on various matters of administration, but I just wasn't prepared to give the title of administrative officer. So just a minor correction.
Any other questions? Thanks for making that. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Regular meeting of March the 5th. September Day. Seconded. Councillor Cook? Any questions on those minutes? Seeing none, all in favor? Carried. Thank you. Delegations, 7 o'clock. We have Harold Belke here with the Ad Hoc Suits Advisory Committee, and going to present a delegation for the executive summary of this. So, Dr. Belke, come on up to the table. Well,
everybody has now a final copy of the report. I have a few other copies that are available for the public. They're limited in number. I can obtain one if there's reason if they want. It will be available hopefully within the next few days on the website as well. So if anybody wants to read the report from there. Mr. Mayor, Deputy Mayor, members of council, on behalf of the appointed members of the Ad Hoc Committee, I would like to express my appreciation to council for establishing this committee, which has allowed the public to have a forum to obtain the facts and understand the options for waste management in our area. I would like to give my comments in 3 parts. The first part has to do with the report itself. What you have before you is a majority report on the mandate of the committee to review taxpayer issues pertaining to the extension of sewer services in zones 3 and 4 and taxpayer concerns with the proposed sanitary treatment facility. To my knowledge, a minority report was not suggested by anyone on the committee. Please turn to page 3, which is the table of contents, and you will see there 5 issues that are being identified. That is the need, cost benefit, future options, taxes and fees, and communication is what the committee proposed. Task teams were formed to research each issue and report their findings to the whole committee. The report was developed over a course of 9 public meetings, and the end result are the sections located in the first 66 pages of the document. This is the meat of the report. All the rest are appendices. The executive summary was actually a joint effort between myself and Councillor Bonstein. Let me just go through the appendices just to briefly explain some of the contents of each one. Appendix A is straightforward. It contains the agenda and the corrected and approved minutes. Appendix B has the correspondence that was received during our deliberations by the committee, including questions that were answered by the appropriate team leader. Appendix C provides both internal and external reports that were submitted. Appendix D has the text and slides of the committee's December 10th public presentation of findings meeting. And finally, in Appendix C are found the questions and comments that were posed by audience members who were asked to submit them in writing at the end of that December meeting. 27 submissions were collected, and since only a few were discussed at the meeting, I asked team leaders to provide me with responses to the questions. For submissions that provided either an email address or phone number that had questions, I personally contacted the person with our answers. Following current protocol, the names of the submitters were not printed, but are available from me. It should be noted that a number of the questions were directly specific to the mayor and or council, and no responses were provided. Part 2, the process. In the event that future ad hoc committees are formed, and the chair of this committee, as the chair of this particular committee, aspects that I found irritating. First one is communication with council. On a number of occasions, I was found that misinformation was being disseminated on the workings of this committee. In other instances, information did not get reported to council as it should have been. To correct this, I would recommend that a process be put in place that the committee chair report directly to the clerk periodically with a brief progress report that would be included in council's next agenda. Item 2, committee responsibility. With the formation of an ad hoc committee to review specific issues, council should not entertain any delegations that wish to speak to the same issues, but to direct them to the ad hoc committee. This should be council policy until the committee has filed a final report. This would allow the committee to function as it was designed and to give the necessary credibility. My last comment has to do with the delegation presentation of Mr. Rupke a few weeks ago about nutrient loading into Lake Huron. I would have welcomed his comments, but he chose not to appear before our committee on this matter. The committee did not delve into this issue for 2 reasons. The first one being that the data in the Golder report that was analyzed by Dr. Will Robertson from the University of Waterloo made a comparison as to the amount of phosphorus flowing into the lake from the groundwater and from Park Hill Creek. He calculated that in the case of phosphorus, the amount that enters the lake from Park Hill Creek is 50 times greater than the amount that would enter from Zone 3. This statement is found in Appendix C, item 7 on page 3. A similar calculation can be made for nitrogen with similar results. Secondly, the ecology of nutrient loading into the Great Lakes is a complex phenomenon, both for nitrogen and for phosphorus. Nutrient loading is now being reevaluated with the advent of invasive species such as the zebra mussel, which is currently removing phosphate at a rate that limnologists are concerned with the welfare of aquatic species. So the pendulum has more or less swung from a large amount now to an amount that may not support the normal ecology of the lakes. In connection with groundwater testing, the results showed the lack of E. coli in our aquifer. So when the beaches are closed by the health authority this summer, it should be emphasized to the public that the pollution observed is not due to septic systems in Zone 3. Part 3, acknowledgements. I would like to thank my committee members for their encouragement and support. The 4 councilors, Mayor Weaver, Deputy Mayor Davis Day, Councilor Bonnefield, and Councilor McGuire. And the appointed members, I think only a couple of them are here tonight for Zone 3, Ernie Lewis. Stand up. Richard Faber, stepped down in November. From Zone 4, Ron Boyer, who I believe is still in Arizona. James Munn is here.